What time is it? I said, what time is it? Well, it's about that time of the week where you tune into some lunatic who sits at his computer and puts images and names of books coming out all together. And it is indeed a glorious day. Indeed. Sup, everybody in the live chat, Real Root 6, Captain Obvious Comics, and Shinobi Fufu. Good to see you guys. Thanks for joining us here today. This is the Secret Variant. And what is the Secret Variant? Well, just the finest of the Final Order Cutoff shows on all of YouTube. And I am your host, the ULTRAMAXIMUS. And that's why I'm going to ask you guys to subscribe to the content we drop here at this channel. Make sure you leave me a comment after the show has ended, of course, help me break those YouTube algorithms. And like and share the video. Don't forget to click the notification bell for notifications for when we do go live around here, because, like today, unfortunately, my kid has, he's come down with a little something, so we're going live at an odd time. And that's why it is best for you to subscribe. And 1,100 plus if you can't be wrong, right? And this is the reason why the Ultra Box giveaway was assembled. And I got a message from somebody who said they're going to help me spice this up. I have to have a meeting with them. And we're going to talk about maybe doing multiple boxes? What? Okay. But don't forget to check out the Raw Report, which is where I kind of, show you guys my pickups and mail drops. That's going to be the flagship of the channel after the Secret Variant, obviously. But here we go, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe to all of our wonderful friends. Don't forget to tune in later this evening for the wonderful Drunken Chat. And maybe you guys get full Rabumalal tonight. Maybe. Rabumalal. But follows are always appreciated, whether it be on Facebook, on IG, or on Twitter. And you guys know where the links to all those are. But do you know about this link right here? This is how you can really support the channel. Collection Curations is my newest IG page, which is going to be my IG sales page, where you can catch me dropping some books. And of course, don't forget to check out our friends at On the Radar. And I want to give a shout out to these guys because they have given me basically a thread on their Discord where you can come and chat with me if you so wish to do so. And just a place to hang out and talk about all sorts of glorious things for glorious purpose, which is the reason why it's Loki Green. So, and of course, Super Chat isn't active, and direct support used to be able to be had at PayPal, but I ran into a little bit of a snafu not using very much of my PayPal account over the last year, and then going to try to use it. Yeah, a little bit pissed off at PayPal right now, but Cash App ULTRAMAXIMUS if you're feeling frisky and you like to support our content. WantedComics.com, of course, is one of the finest comic shops in the business, and this is one of the reasons why I dropped their name, because not only have I bought from them, but they have given me stuff to get, over the years to give away to you guys as a way of supporting the channel and just a way of being one of the better retailers out there. Drew's been in the game a long time. I highly recommend you check him out, whether it be on eBay, on whatnot, on IG, or at conventions, because apparently he's been living up the good convention circuit life, meeting Scotty Young and stuff. So shout out to you, Drew. And of course, comicbarricade.com, giving you Comic Barricade. Keeping your comic books upright on your comic boxes has never been easier with this wonderful thing. And here's a wonderful thing for you, 10% off your order. Drop that code ULTRA and you get you 10% off your order. Right? Not bad. Not bad. And of course, I'm drinking the hot coffee. Subscribe to our friends over there at Wipeout Audio, dropping royalty-free and copyright-free music. And of course, you can try to use it on your comic book podcast, but then people are going to call out in the live chat and say it's me. Anyway, Herd S. Eric. You guys need to check him out for logo work, for variant work. Thank you for the logo work you've done here. And yeah, check it out. We are the Secret Variant, everybody. So I got an animal that was breaking down my door. I tried to kick her out, which is the reason for the delay. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay. Now that we can resume the show. Don't be coming. No. This cat's coming over here. No. Get out of here. Get out of here. I don't want none of that. None of that. Cat, you got to get away from me right now. I got a show to do. What's up, everybody? It's the ULTRAMAXIMUS here. Thank you again for joining us here. Get lost, kitty. again, sorry for the distractions on all the animals, man. They'd be knocking down the office door and just rattling on it like it's a punching bag, and it tends to get picked up on the microphone. So I try not to do it, you know, and get them to go do their thing. But that cat loves me so much, I can't help it. But anyway, good to see everybody in here, and everybody welcome to the Secret Variant. If you've never been to the Secret Variant before, well, this is the final order cutoff show, top to bottom, for your previews and Lunar distribution networks. And I got them both covered, because I take that information to heart for my own comic book collecting purposes. But what we've done here is we've made it super simple, whether you're new to collecting or you've been doing this a long time. Final orders are the last time you can put in an order for a comic book before your comic shop decides, hey, you didn't pre-order this, so we're going to be able to charge you whatever we want. And that's not really a really good thing for, for your wallet. So this is the reason why I do this show, because I want the people who are able to watch this show and get their pre-orders into their local store to take advantage of the things that I don't even do in my local shop. My local shop knows I don't pre-order books all that often, and if I do, it's probably like, hey man, why are you pre-ordering this? So I try not to do it because I try not to cause alarms, because I don't want to overpay for incentives should an incentive drop later. But don't worry. A long-time collector, as you can see by my empire of dirt behind me, I'm here to just, help you guys out, fellow collectors. So spread the word about the channel. Make sure you tell a friend to subscribe and like the content that we drop here. And yeah, so let's get into this thing. The Secret Variant, of course, is your aid into the future. So what we're looking at here, of course, is going to be spoilerific. And because we're looking at spoilers, this is, if you didn't make it to your comic shop last week, you're probably going to look at a book that's going to come out in 3 or 4 weeks today, and might spoil you on a story. So it's the price you pay to look ahead into the future, so you don't overpay for your books later. See? Quite an easy formula to why this show is very organized. So, Awesome Sauce Radio in the house. Good to see you, Blind Adam. If you guys aren't following him, make sure you do so. He's up to big things. Project Pegasus. Project Pegasus. All right. Ablaze Publishing is our first publisher up, and they are showing us what they are setting on fire. Well, as soon as the machine catches up here. All right, so we've got Animal Castle, Volume 2, Number 1. You guys remember this one? I remember this one. Animal Castle, when it first came out and first dropped, it was really, really rare for the first print. It was really hard to find. So what happened is when the second print came around, everybody got an exclusive for it, and everybody kind of oversaturated the market, I think, on the number ones with the store exclusives. And it happens every time there is a really, really big book and it goes for a later printing, and they're allowed to offer store exclusives on that. But Animal Castle Volume 2, Number 1 with a cover A, cover B, cover C, a 10-copy version, a 20-copy version, a 30-copy black and white incentive, a 40-copy black and white incentive, and a 50-copy incentive. So, Manny, it happens to all the good properties when they get oversaturated. Philly Comics, that's up to your comic shop, my man. That is up to them, because they got to get their final orders due by tomorrow, by Monday. So no, this is Ablaze Publishing, Blind Adam. So anyway, your 50 copy incentive is going to be your pencil incentive. So you're going to 50 copy incentive to help boost your orders, to make sure you supply enough copies to your people who want it. But make sure that if you are an LCS and you're watching this show, that you remind your customers who did purchase the first volume that a new volume is on the way. And most of the reasons why we have to do this show is because previews doesn't really get out in front of a lot of these things. Oh, the last time we had some Ahoy comics was 2/11, but we've got some that are due 4/9. So this one is due 4/9. This is Second Coming Trinity, number 2 of 6. And this is, of course, on the Lunar distribution network, so make sure you order accordingly. And this is your Trinity number 2 of 6, cover B, your 3-copy Tom Fowler unlockable variant. That's partial stained glass. Next up is American Mythology Productions, who is dropping no covers on all of the releases this week. And this is Carson of Venus, Realm of the Dead, number 1 through 3 reader pack. We've got Night of the Living Dead, the Judy photo cover, 1 of 250. The Judy cover signed, 1 of 50. And then the Scary Christmas Volume 2, number 1, double signed edition, which don't know what they look like. But if you're into the American mythology productions, you already know. Archie Comics Digest giving us the Archie Showcase Digest, Archie Showcase Jumbo Digest, rather. Number 13, Comic Shop Chaos. So I wonder what that one's about. Betty and Veronica, Friends Forever, Game On One Shot. And, you know, this is the Mario homage, and my poor boy, who's not really up to the weather right now. We're supposed to go see the movie tonight, and I don't know. He's been sleeping all day, trying to sleep off whatever he's got. Poor kid. Shout out to Mini Ultra. Thinking about you, buddy. Black Mask Studios giving you your final orders due for 4/9/2023. Now, there was a lot of talk about this particular title, Destiny, New York. This is the Mystical Mafia volume, however, and the cover A by Leslie Lee, who is getting even more work around, and it's awesome. Ah, yes. Hot coffee. Destiny, New York, Mystical Mafia, number 1, cover B. Thanks, Real Rude 6. Appreciate that, man. Mystical Mafia, number 1, cover C is the Leslie Lee Virgin variant cover. And then we got a 25 copy Manuel Pretano variant. Hope I pronounced that one right. The 150 Elsa Romboli variant. And then the cover F is a 50 copy Leslie Lee sketch variant. Now, what's interesting is that this was shown on Lunar Network, but this was shown on previews. And hello, Jasmine. So some might recognize this cover artist from her first cover art on another God Killer, number 1, 3rd printing. Some guy might have talked about that one and why it was a significant book, because it might have been her first work. I don't know who that might be. Anyway, Speculator of the Year. All right. Comics Experience, I'm sorry, that one should have been changed to 4/9 as well. So we return to Astro and Inez La Novella one shot. You have a cover A. You have this cover B. Now, come on. What's up, PowerPoint? Where you at? Where you at, dog? There we go. Joseph 1957, and this is the story about a low-orbit gorilla who wreaks havoc on the planet after being abandoned by the CCP in space. Did you compute all that? And we had some people who were talking about the rarity of this one at their local store for the issue number 1. So Joseph 1957, if you see any of these Comics Experience books, I can't vouch for the rarity, but I can only speculate as to it because I knew there were some people looking for the C cover for issue number 1 and some of the incentives maybe, and they were just non-existent. But here's your B cover. And then this is the 1 in 10. The gorilla's got a gun and he's in like, what's it called? He's in the Blade Runner world. So sick. And you know, Fantagraphics books means that we've got Red Room. So, Crypto Killers number 1, cover A, Ed Piskor. This one says it's banned in 26 countries. Okay. So, what's really funny about this is that they were like, hey man, we need a picture of the cover for our previews. And they're like, hey man, can you like hold still so I can like take a picture, man? But here's what's really funny. You see that cover E sketch variant? So if this is cover A and there's a cover E sketch, well, B, C, and D are all incentives that weren't able to be shown. Dave collects, yeah, buddy. Good to see you, man. Hope you and the rest of the Spine Tick crew are doing well. All right. So the sketch cover was also labeled as a cover B. Check with your LCS to find out what's going on with that, especially if you're an Ed Piskor fan, especially if you're a fan of the Red Room stuff. Listen, kitty, you're on my crap list right now. All right, so we got toy number 2, cover A, and it's the Croc Caged variant. The cover B, storyboard variant. And I looked for an incentive, and I didn't see one. Legends Publishing, however, I'm pretty sure this FOC'd once before. But hey, Carnal Confessions number 1 coming back for a second printing. And then Carnal Confessions number 2 also on FOC. And here's your cover A. Cover B, the cover C, Pete Woods variant. The cover D, Ortiz, which is your 25 copy incentive. And then your 50 copy Ali Garza variant. And then the 100 copy Sora Sung Virgin variant cover of the Virgin. Basically, it's the Virgin artwork for cover A. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for Legends Publishing. Next up, we got Mad Cave, and they are giving you the goods with the title of Monomyth, number 1, cover A. Monomyth number 1, cover B. That's your Wando. Final orders due 4/9/2023. Lamentation number 1. To see your enemies driven before you. The lamentation of the women. Golden Bogan. There's the cover A. So cover A is not the only cover up for this one. We got a lot of books actually. This is wild for an Oni book too, right? Lamentation number 1, cover B. And then this is the Kyle Hotz variant. Typical for his art style, for sure, but definitely up on the quality if you ask me. 10 copy incentive. That's basically the version of the A cover. 15 copy incentive by Yannick Paquette, black and white variant. And then this is the 20 copy Kyle Hotz variant, black and white. So a lot of incentives there, huh? Opus, of course, giving us some of the goods you would expect. Frank Frazetta's Dawn Attack number 4. So look, someone asked me what's this thing about. I'm like, the easiest way I can describe it is a Frazetta space fantasy, because there's robots, there's spaceships, there's all sorts of stuff. I actually haven't read this stuff, but I just know based off of the Frazetta artwork that has taken place with this character before. There's got to be some pretty good story going on here. Plus, a long time ago, a Dan Panosian 1/50 incentive variant was recommended by a show that does FOC on a regular, as regularly as he could. Facing an injury, I think. I think the last show he did before injury was one about that. But anyway, the cover B is your Frazetta variant, right? So we got cover A by Riley. We got cover B with actual Frazetta artwork. And then here is the Dawn Attack cover C, 5 copy incentive by Saya Ohm. And then there's the 10 copy incentive by Alan Kwa. But what they did, they also have a 20 copy incentive by Kwa, which is probably the Dawn Attack variant version of the trade dress version of the 10 copy incentive. So lots of stuff going on at Opus. And then of course we got Within Temptation, which takes a little bit of a different approach from the normal variant chase game. They just said cover B is going to be your 5 copy incentive and left it at that. All right, up next we got Scout, and one of the imprints from Scout's rolled up in here too. But the Bones of the Gods, number 5 of 6. And then here's this one, the Chispa imprint in Scout. But Scout Comics with Katrina's Caravan number 1, cover A. And then here is the cover B, the Villarreal 10 copy unlockable incentive. Blood Sausage, good to see you. Drexler number 1, cover A. The 10 copy unlockable variant. And then the 50 copy Staniak metal variant, which shout out to my buddy Chitlins, Greens, and Cornbread, because tentacles. I gotta track the tentacle covers. Kitsune number 3 of 6. And then we got Midnight Western Theater number 1, second printing. Snow White Zombie Apocalypse, Legendary Edition. So we'll see how that goes. Titan Comics giving us Kamen Rider 01 number 4, cover A. Cover B, and then your cover C, which is your photo variant cover. Nouns of Nountown. You guys gonna take her down to Nountown on your next date? Looks like there's a fair. And then here's the FOC Schlitz Copic variant. All they did was change it from day to night. So I don't see any other differences here, really. Do you? Nah. Okay. But the FOC variant is the nighttime. Vault Comics giving us final orders due through your Lunar distribution network this Sunday, but your previews network on Monday. Nasty number 1, second printing. Nasty number 2 with a cover A. Nasty number 2 with a cover B. Wrapping it up. Up next is Whatnot Publishing, giving us Liquid Kill number 4 of 6 with a cover A and a cover B. This would be the cover C. And then this is your cover D by Knot. It's basically the Virgin cover. Now, I didn't see any incentives, so that's not typical, right? I thought Whatnot does like 40 variants for every book. Oh, no. That's Dynamite. But Zenoscope, however, has a huge FOC. And buckle up, everybody, because we got some good variants in here. Bell Shape of the Fear number... Oh, it's just the cover A. One shot, I guess. Here's the Bell Shape of Fear cover B. Bell Shape of Fear cover C, Carla Cohen. Yes. Yeah, Carla Cohen is badass. And then here's the cover D by No. Cinderella versus Queen of Hearts number 2 of 3, cover A. Here is the cover B. And then this is the cover C. All of them pretty disturbing. And then this is the Villalobos cover D. Not bad. All right, so Grim Fairy Tales presents the 2023 May the 4th cosplay pinup special. May the 4th be with you, everybody. Next month is approaching us very quickly, and once that the 4th celebration comes, there's already been some Star Wars news today about the follow-up movies to come in the next trilogy. I guess they're gonna stick with their path. But the Grim Fairy Tales presents 2023 May the 4th be with you pinup. Oh. Here's the cover B for those of you who are Sith. And if you're just feeling like you're Stormtrooper-ish, there's your cover C. And if you're feeling more Ewok-ish, well, there's your cover D. Something for everybody. Grim Fairy Tales number 72, cover A. Grim Fairy Tales number 72, cover B. This is the cover C by Rufino. And the cover D by No. Myths and Legends Quarterly, Dagon cover A. Here is the Dagon cover B with Cthulhu. More tentacles. Myths and Legends Quarterly, Dagon cover C. And the cover D. All right. Robin Hood Spawn of Nyarla Hotep? Yeah, I can't pronounce that one without messing it up. Well, there's your cover C, B, and then here's your cover C anyway, and here's your cover D. Yeah. You're not buying it for the story, just be honest. Van Helsing, Hell to Pay, cover A. Van Helsing, Hell to Pay, cover B. The cover C by Reyes, and the cover D by Santa Cruz. And you know what? Most of these are shown to be Virgin variants in the FOC, and almost none of them will come without trade dress. So just remember that in your ordering. Boom Studios is up next. So we're into the major publishers, which is why you're going to smash that like button. Buffy the Last Vampire Slayer, Lost Summer, #1. We got a cover A by Mirka and Dolfo. The cover B by Fish. The 10-copy Andolfo Virgin. And then the 15-copy incentive. Cover E, unlockable variant. And it's either Mad Max's car or that's the Hell Rider. They're going to jail because they stole the Hell Rider from Ghost Rider. Ghost Lore #1 of 12, cover A. Here's the cover B by Hurt, and that is some weird looking stuff, right? Just peel your skin back. Ghost Lore #1 has this cover C, the UV Spot variant, as they're calling it. So I don't know what this one actually looks like, but okay. This is the 10-copy incentive by Hurt. This is the 25-copy incentive by Murakami. This is the one that's going to make a lot of waves, especially on FOC. Ghost Lore #1 of 12, cover F. 50-copy incentive by Jenny Frisian. And then there's the cover G unlockable variant. So the Jenny Frisian appears to be the highest ratio incentive for that book. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers TMNT 2, #5 of 5, with a cover A by Dan Mora. Here is the cover B, which is your Eastman and Williams variant. And then this is the cover C and your cover D. This is the cover E, which is your cardstock unlockable variant by Torrin Clark, showing the Pink Ranger and April, both with a bow. This is the 10-copy Eastman incentive variant cover. This is the 15-copy incentive by Simone DeMeo. The 25-copy incentive cardstock variant cover. And then this is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers TMNT 2, #5, cover I, 50-copy incentive by Ortega. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers TMNT 2, #5 of 5, cover J, 75-copy incentive cardstock variant cover, which looks just like the 100-copy, but they're the same. So I'm wondering if one of them is going to be kind of foilish, and you might want to be on the lookout for that one. And then, of course, there's this FOC reveal variant cover for you as well. Weird stuff going on over there, huh? Vicious Circle, #1 of 3, also going back for a second printing by Sorrentino. You had to dig to find that one, though. Dark Horse Comics giving us Clear, #3 of 3, cover A. The cover B, just a slight variation on color. So you look at the R, and then it turns red. That's so stupid, but okay, just going to go foil. And then here is your 10-copy incentive by Lupacino. Hairball #2, cover A. And the cover B. Skull and Bones #3 of 3. Star Wars High Republic Adventures #4 of 8 did not show the artwork, but the Star Wars The Nameless Terror #3 of 4 did. Survival 1 of 5. Where Monsters Lie #1 of 4, cover A, Kowalski. Where Monsters Lie #1 of 4, cover B, Rubin. Dynamite Entertainment. Barbarella. Center Cannot Hold #3. So yeah, I showed you guys these last week. Guess what I did? I updated the list with the FOC books that I could have sworn they were going to re-put these things back on FOC for. Sure enough, they did. But at least we got some corrective measures, and we actually figured out what the C cover artwork was, and that's this one right here, of Vagante, right? And then the cover E is your cosplay. This is the cover F 10-copy incentive. This is the cover G 10-copy incentive by Forrest. And then this is your 15-copy incentive cosplay. 20-copy incentive Vagante. 25-copy incentive by Selena. Derek Chu Limited Virgin. The Mozabakov Limited Virgin. The Chu Ultraviolet FOC. The the Selena 5-copy FOC incentive black and white. The Broxton 5-copy FOC incentive, the Muzbakov FOC 5-copy black and white incentive, and then the cover Q 7-copy Derek Chu ultraviolet virgin incentive. Cover R is the Vagante line art. And then we're on the Draculina Blood Simple number 3, cover A, and then the cover B. Then here is the cover C, the cover D by Mattioni, the cover E cosplay, the cover F by Linsner line art, the G 15-copy cosplay version, the 20-copy Mattioni version, the 25-copy Kayakon version, and then the cover J, and a Klepto limited version, placeholder of course. K is the Linsner limited version, and then the cover L is the FOC Maria variant. So yeah, these are all the FOC variants that they did not show us last weekend. Look at that pose on top of the gargoyle. Wings out. 7-copy incentive of that one when black and white. Then you got a 10-copy incentive of that one virginized. And then we're on to the 10-copy Mattioni black and white. The 10-copy Anacleto black and white, which looks just like the A cover, but I bet you the A cover will be colored finally in the end, right? Just like this one right here, which shows to be black and white for Lord of the Jungle number 5, cover A by Philip Tan. But you know what? Probably going to get colored in the end. Cover B by Dan Panosian. The cover C by Burns. Cover D, and then the cover E. Cover F, 10-copy Panosian Virgin. The cover G, 10-copy Torre Virgin. The cover H, 15-copy Virgin. The cover I, 15-copy Burns Virgin. And then the cover J, 10-copy Incentive Tan Virgin. Cover K is your FOC Gala Go variant cover, which they didn't show any other incentives to go along with that one, but that FOC placeholder. So maybe more next week. IDW Entertainment giving you the entertainment with Dark Spaces Good Deeds number 1, cover A. Now buckle up, because you would think Dynamite Entertainment had a lot of variant covers for a book, but IDW's trying for it now. So here's your cover B by Beals. This is the cover C by Sherman. The cover D is your 25-copy incentive variant. The cover E is your 50-copy incentive variant. The cover F is your 75-copy incentive variant. The cover F is your last one. There we go. I was getting worried that we were really on a Dynamite book again. Earth Divers number 7 with the cover A by Rafael Albuquerque. And then here's the cover B by Hernandez. The cover C, 10-copy incentive variant. The cover D, 25-copy incentive, black and white. The Star Trek number 8, cover A. The cover B. Is that Dr. Crusher in a captain's chair? Is she Captain Crusher there? Here's the cover E by Reese. The 10-copy incentive variant cover, the 25-copy incentive variant by Ward, and then the Ward incentive full art variant cover is your 50-copy variant. Star Trek The Motion Picture Echoes. So for fans of the original motion picture, this is probably going to be a book you're going to want to read. And then here is the number 1 cover B, the cover C 10-copy incentive. The 25-copy incentive by Reese. Image Comics delivering the Almighty number 4, followed by Blood Tree number 4. Hey Kids Comics, Volume 3, Schlock of the New, number 2, of 6. So, yeah. Does anybody have like a wood box that looks like that with all your comic books in it underneath your bed? I Hate This Place number 8, cover A. And then likely to be in the middle of everything is the explicit variant of this book. Junk Rabbit number 2 of 5. Here is the cover B. And the cover C blank sketch variant, kind of. Love Everlasting number 7, cover A. And then the cover B. Radiant Black number 24, cover A. Radiant Black number 24, cover B. Radiant Black also offers this 10 copy incentive by Mahfood. And then this was wild because it's a Blacklight edition. Inquire with your LCS. Saga number 64. Star Signs number 1, cover A. Star Signs number 1, cover B. And then we've got Walking Dead Deluxe number 62 with a cover A by David Finch. So this is where Fear the Hunters kicks in. And then here's the cover B. And then we've got the cover C by Stephanie Hobbs. Now this one weirds me out a little bit because like, look how like they are just like out in the middle of the woods. Like, yeah, this is a good place to get naked. Let's do it here in the middle of zombie apocalypse. Abraham, what were you thinking? Up next, DC Comics. DC gives us The Adventures of Superman John Kent, number 3, cover A by Clayton Henry. And look at what's going down there. That is Batman armored up and going after Supes. The Injustice saga rages on. So yeah, everybody's getting their Injustice on, right? Alright, so the cover B. Zoo cardstock variant. And then here we've got the cover C cardstock variant. Here is the cover D 25 copy Travis Mercer variant cover. And then the 50 copy incentive by Clayton Henry of the A cover. So basically the A cover, smaller trade dress, and then foiled. Batman number 900, as it says Legacy 900 in the corner, but it is actually number 135 of the newest Batman volume. And here we have Joe Quesada with a connecting variant cover. So there's one of them, and there's the other. Getting you to buy 2 books at $7.99 each. That's a lot. $8. Okay. The 25 copy, I'm sorry, we're not there yet. The Del Auto is the pretty awesome looking Poison Ivy variant cover here, showing an absolutely lean Batman. And then here's the Stanley Artgerm Lau, giving us a cardstock variant cover with Catwoman and Bruce, of course. This one right here with all the Robins. The Neil Adams cardstock variant cover. The Jimmy Chung foil variant cover. And then here is your 25 copy incentive by Lee Bermejo. So classic Batman versus Joker, but in the Bermejo style. Absolutely awesome looking. And then you can look down there, you see Robin's tied up in the window. Batman 135 cover J is your 50 copy incentive by Stanley Artgerm Lau, which is basically the foil. You know, I don't know why they didn't just do the renumbering to 900, because they're there. But Batman 135 cover K, 100 copy incentive, Joe Quesada black and white wraparound cardstock variant covers, basically the 2 connecting variants, uncolored. Batman 181 facsimile edition cover A. I don't know why it says cover A, because they didn't show a cover B, and if there is a cover B, my gosh. Batman and the Joker, the Deadly Duo number 7 of 7, which are cover A by Mark Silvestri. The cover B by Bisley, everybody. Nobody beats the Biz. And then, of course, there's another one. Oh, geez, he did 2 covers. So, yeah, so you get a Bisley cover B. And then it's basically a Batman and the Joker, and then Joker and Batman. Mignola threw his hat in the ring as well for cover D. And so did Jock on the cover E. 25 copy incentive by John Boy Myers. And that right there is the absolute fuego, in my opinion. But this one here, not too shabby either. This is Mark Silvestri in the 50 copy incentive. 100 copy Ashley Wood cardstock variant. Batman the White Knight presents Generation Joker #1, cover A by Sean Murphy. Here is your cover B by Mirka Andolfo. I love her artwork because it's a mixture of like borderline animation, cartoony with comic book character. And when she drew the insides of Teen Titans 12, the tie-in to the Dark Knight's Metal story, absolutely just blew me away with her pencils. So here's the cover C, 25 copy instead by Dan Mora. And Mirka Andolfo's obviously got her name on this one, like she's doing interiors. Oh, what? What? Here's the cover D, 50 copy incentive by Sean Murphy. And your 100 copy incentive Sean Murphy foil variant cover. So if there are any kind of first appearances in here, I know you Batman White Knight fans like to go ham over these things. The way we saw, you know, the first appearance of, you know, the new Harleys or the two Jokers or whatever. Like, there has been so many of these first appearances that have appeared over here in this version of the Batman, but it's an alternate universe, so let's be honest. Does alternate universe spec hold a candle to mainstream DC, Marvel, or Image universe spec? Flash 798 cover A, Torrin Clark. The cover B, Mike Perkins cardstock variant cover. I'm sorry, Mike Perkins and Mike Spicer cardstock variant cover. The Ethan Young cardstock cover C. And then here is the 25 copy Serge Acuna cardstock variant cover. Torrin Clark, however, getting the foil treatment again on a 50 copy incentive, and all of the craziness that is going on right here. Flash is in space in his Flash suit with a 1950 style globe helmet. Because yeah, we all know that's how that works. Joker, the Man Who Stopped Laughing #8, cover A. The cover B by Matina. The cover C by Clayman. The cover D by Ivan Tao. The cover C, I'm sorry. Ivan Tao is the last one, cover D, 25 copy incentive. Peacemaker. I'm looking at other things, trying to. This is what happens. I start messing up when I start trying to multitask, right? All right. Anyway, so Peacemaker Tries Hard #1 of 6. There's your cover A by Anka. The cover B by Bjorn Barons, obviously peace symbol and bullet shells. So this is the poster variant cover. This is the one I showed you last time this book was on FOC, when they were like, oh, just show the poster cover and we'll sell it. Nobody needs to see the A cover and B cover. Dan Hip variant cover. The 50 copy Simone DeMeo foil. That's kind of hilarious if you ask me, because you guys see the dove. He's got his guns in the shape of the dove in the back. Yeah. Poison Ivy #12 with a cover A by Jessica Fong. A cover B by Jenny Frisian. Yeah, I mean, Frisian always delivers on these. The cover C, the Mateus Manhanini 25 copy incentive variant. And then a cover A for Shazam #1. Apparently, he's back. He's back, everybody. Chris Samney cardstock variant cover. Shazam #1 cover C, John Timms cardstock variant. Mike Diodato Jr. spot foil cardstock variant cover. 25 copy Evan Doc Schoner cardstock variant. And then we've got the Ariel Cologne 50 copy incentive variant as well on the cardstock, of course. But the Dan Mora is going to get you a spot gloss pulp variant cover. So I guess all the pulp stuff behind it is going to be super glossy. And then they threw this one in here. The Dan Mora cardstock variant cover is your cover H. So that's a wild looking one there. But welcome back, Billy Batson, because they killed you off and had Mary Marvel being Shazam for a while. All right, everybody, so we're into Marvel, so you know what that means. It's time to smash that like button if you haven't done so already. We're about to end the show with the final publisher of the evening, where my bias does show that Marvel is probably one of the more books that I'm picking up of the publishers that I've shown you this evening, but I have no vested interest. This is the reason why you trust me for my information. The most trusted source in FOC, no bias, no no bribery on the back end. Hey man, I need you to pump this book so I can sell these incentives. None of that stuff happens here. This is what integrity in comics look like. Amazing Spider-Man number 25. But then we have the Greg Land variant. And I'm sorry, Greg Horn is right now the better of the two Gregs because this Greg keeps on copying pasting. But this one right here, so JR with a Mary Jane variant, and this one's going to be open order, I believe. It didn't show that this one was an incentive. I did see one of my friends saying elsewhere it might be though, but let's show you the rest of the covers here because Amazing Spider-Man number 25, John Cassaday variant. The Scotty Young variant cover. The 25 copy incentive McGinnis variant. Now for me, this is my variant. And I love the fact that there's even more high ratios, so this is going to make this one like readily available for me because there's a 50 copy incentive Greg Land black and white Virgin variant cover. And then there's this 100 copy incentive JR Gwen Stacy variant cover. So if the other JR cover is a 50 copy and this one's a 100 copy, man, I don't know. But there you have it. But they also decided to throw this one in there. So there's this New Avengers variant for Amazing Spider-Man number 25 with the Disney 100 New Avengers variant. And there's a 100 copy incentive variant for this one. So look, all I'm saying is there's probably going to be enough of the variants going around in this book for everybody. As long as the people who are chasing these Disney variants order them, make sure your stores get the word out and say, hey, do you want the Disney variant? You really need to pre-order it. So this way you get your 4 Mary Jane variants. Diabolical. Avengers Beyond number 1, second printing, Greg Land variant cover. Oh, and wait, let's back up for a second. So you know what that means? You know what that means? You know what that means? For every one of these variants you sell, you get to get a free Spider-Man John Romita Jr. 1 in 100. I'm just saying, when there's 2 1 in 100 incentives, the 1 in 100 should be well below ratio. Avengers Beyond number 1, second printing Greg Land variant cover. Now, I didn't see an incentive for that one, which was weird. You'll find out why in a little bit. Captain Marvel number 49. Captain Marvel 49 with the Romy Jones Spider-Verse variant cover. The Romero variant showing Carol turning into a brood. And then we've got Cosmic Ghost Rider number 3, which shows our Cosmic Ghost Rider versus the Valkyrie. Here's the Woods variant cover. Daredevil number 11. The Dave Johnson Spider-Verse variant cover. And then this one was interesting because it's the Daredevil number 11, Inyuk Lee, Iron Fist, Asian American Pacific Island Heritage Month variant cover showing the Swordmaster Iron Fist. What? That's right. That is our new Iron Fist in the MCU, in the Marvel Universe. Here is the Federico Vincentini variant cover. But. Oh, let me clear my throat. Hello, Derek Chu, and your Elektra variant cover showing Elektra in her classic red ribbony style. Here's a 50 copy incentive for you out there. So, yep, I think it's going to push that one a little bit, just to kind of help people get that one along. Extreme Venomverse number 1, of course. The big push in the previews for this is, there's a Samurai Venom. So the cultural appropriation Venom is going to be the one that Marvel's trying to push upon you. The Ken Lashley symbiote variant cover. There's the Scotty Young variant cover showing your Samurai Venom. Of course, just a heads up, if you're into that thing, tread lightly, because I have a feeling all these other Spider-Verse variants were caused by Spider-Boy running around and biting all the other heroes. The Extreme Venomverse number 1 with the Peach Momoko variant cover. So here is the first of, pardon me, I think they said 17 or 18 or 19 variants. I can't remember what number it was. It was one of those three. Ryan Stegman is doing a Venom the Other variant theme. So if you're into the different variations of Venom and you're into Ryan Stegman art, this is going to be the variant cover you're going to have to chase in order to get the set together. So if there's 17 or 19 of them, you know, $4 or $5 a copy. Well, $5 a copy for the first one, of course. There you go. Good luck, everybody. Hope you collect your set. Here's the 25 copy incentive by Rod Reese. This is the 50 copy incentive of Neil Francis Yu Virgin variant cover. Ghost Rider number 14, of course, showing the Weapon X Ghost Rider versus Ghost Rider. That's weird stuff going on there. And of course, this Ghost Rider again got bitten by Spider Boy and turned into the Ghost Spider. Oh, that name's already taken. Sorry. Ghost Rider number 14, the Lee Taguchi. I'm going to mess up this guy's name all the time just because I'm horrible at certain things. But this one right here showing obviously a new variant for this guy. But why put him on a Ghost Rider book? This is one of those things. Why put this guy on a Ghost Rider book? It's not going to help him sell the covers. I Am Iron Man number 3. I Am Iron Man number 3 with the Mobili variant cover. Invincible Iron Man number 4, second printing Cal New variant cover. Okay, so here we are with yet another Invincible Iron Man book that has gone back for a second printing. What have they done? Oh, they decided to give you a 25 copy Arthur Adams incentive variant cover in sketch. So if you were a fan of the first Arthur Adams 25 copy incentive variant offered on the first printing of this book, this is why they do this. This is why they did this to you. Invincible Iron Man number 6. And they did the legacy numbering on this one, which I thought was pretty cool. So this is apparently Legacy 656. Invincible Iron Man number 6 with the Enendito Spider-Verse variant cover showing Ironheart after she got bit by Spider-Boy. Rose Besh giving us a Emma Frost variant, but it's on the wrong book. My gosh. If this, you know, I'll say it in just a second. So here's your Segovia variant covers. That's really, really cool because it's the throwback armor, the gray and red. I'm a fan. This is the Bob Layton connecting variant cover, which it does not denote it as an incentive. So what we may have here is the, you know, just an open order book. But this is your 50 copy incentive by Rose Bash. So this one may be a 25 copy incentive. Check with your LCS. But this 50 copy incentive Rose Besh Virgin variant cover, this should have been on an X-Men book. There's no reason for it to be on an Iron Man book. I get that she's involved in the Iron Man story, though. It's Jeff number 1, second printing Guru Hero variant cover. All right. Miracle Man Silver Age number 5. Miracle Man Silver Age number 5 variant. Cocola's variant cover, probably the best. Just my opinion. Planet of the Apes number 2. Planet of the Apes number 2 with the Raphael Albuquerque variant cover. And then we got the Rod Reese variant cover, but buckle up, everybody. Gist giving you some more heat in this one because it's an incentive on a book probably not a lot of people are ordering. It's probably going to be off of people's radar. There's a lot of Gist books that came before that the spec hypers, you know, people who help their friends sell books, haven't really gotten their attention of. So I'm going to drop one for you. I've talked about this book, and I hate repeating myself, which is the reason why I don't like to do... Well, I like to make fun of certain people who do, you know, shows on channels and they can't constantly talk about the same books over and over and over again because they're broken records and they really can't create content. They didn't have a list of books that we did together. But anyway, there's a lot of spec out there, and Gist did a Savage Avengers Deadpool and Conan variant cover that flew under the radar. You're welcome. But this 25 copy incentive, probably going to be low order. Rogan Gambit number 3 of 5. Jeff DeCal giving us You know, it's not bad, but it's not DeCall's best, in my opinion. It's really good for him, though. And the Casa Grande Women of Marvel variant cover that they say, oh, you don't have to turn it sideways in order to appreciate it. No, you absolutely do. This book has to be turned sideways in order for you to appreciate the artwork. Otherwise, it just looks weird the way Rogue is flying and the position of the eyes. But the eyes on this one, they don't quite hit Elizabeth Torque levels, but they're good. Elizabeth Torque just does eyes better than most artists, in my opinion. Rogue and Gambit number 3 with a Lupacino Spider-Verse variant cover. So this is what happens when Spider-Boy bites the both of them. Silk number 1 coming back for another volume at you. And here's the Casa Grande Women of Marvel variant cover as well. This one should have been sideways, but it actually works top to bottom. Momoko variant. And then the 100 copy Peach Momoko Virgin incentive. But they also said, you know what? We forgot to throw this one out there. Here's your Window Shades variant cover, because this book should have been released when all this Window Shade stuff started way back. But they also gave you a Derek Chu Silk variant cover and a 25 copy incentive David Nakayama variant cover showing Silk in a hand-woven dress. Yucca yucca. And then 50 copy incentive by Derek Chu. So you got a 25, a 50, and a 100 copy incentive on this book. Probably going to be some store exclusives as well. Take it with a grain of salt. And then here we have the first appearance of the Rhino Gwen. Or not. I don't know if she's appeared in any of these other books. I'm not reading the Shadow Clones. But here is Spider-Gwen Shadow Clones number 3 with all the different Sinister Six variants. Again, what's with the mashup stuff at Marvel lately? Spider-Gwen Shadow Clones number 3 with the Greg Land variant cover, but that's an open order version of it because there's also going to be this 25 copy. Oh, no, this is a regular open order Gonzalez variant cover. 10 copy incentive Peach Momoko variant, and then a 100 copy incentive Greg Land Virgin variant cover. Spider-Man 2099 Dark Genesis number 2. Spider-Man 2099 Dark Genesis number 2 of 5 cover A. No, I'm sorry, that's the Lashley variant cover. That was your cover A. Lashley frame variant, as they're calling it. The Reese connecting variant. So lots of action going on this cover. And then Blade 2099. 25 copy incentive is this Marvel insert to... I don't know what they're even calling this. But this is lazy in my opinion. Like, this should have been given out on the promo for the book. Like, hey, featuring the first appearance of this character, so that this would have been collectible later. Because that 25 copy incentive is not going to be collectible later in my opinion. Darth Vader number 34. Darth Vader number 34 variant. The Return of the Jedi 40th Anniversary variant for Darth Vader number 34. And this is number 16 of 40. So here is the Dryden Voss Solo 5th Anniversary movie variant cover. Star Wars High Republic number 9. The number 9 Bustos variant cover. The number 9 Tyler Kirkham variant. And then the Aja 25 copy incentive variant cover. So this one right here, that's going to be the popular one if you ask me. Star Wars Return of the Jedi, Jabba's Palace number 1, second printing, Todd Nauck variant cover. Oh, but wait. Second printing has a 25 copy incentive Malieve Virgin variant in place for you. So this one's probably going to be quite popular. Because it's probably not going to be ordered a whole bunch. And yet another second printing from the Marvel house. We've got Venom Lethal Protector number 2. I'm sorry, Lethal Protector 2 number 1 second printing. But there's also a 25 copy incentive variant to go along with that. Wolverine number 33. And then the Sister Dagger, whose first appearance in that previous volume of Shang-Chi. All the sisters. He has a whole bunch of family you didn't know about, I bet. But this is the character I think that was adapted for the movie. This is just nonsense, okay? So, first off, Wolverine's healing factor will prevent him from being bit by Spider-Boy and having any adverse effects. But, yeah, there you go. Adamantium arms out of Wolverine's back. The Spider Verine. And then here is your Raphael Sandoval variant cover. The 25 copy incentive by Jimenez. X-Men Red number 11. X-Men Red number 11 with the Vashiko Spider-Verse variant cover, of course. And then here is the Caselli Modern Icon variant cover. Thankfully, the final book of the evening is a very easy on the eyes variant cover here from Edge, giving us X-Men Red number 11, the 25 copy incentive. And that's our show. I hope you found something for you. And make sure you get your orders in, everybody. That is our show. And the Secret Variant thanks you for tuning in and smashing the like button. And, of course, liking and sharing the video. And leaving me a comment after it's over. And, of course, most importantly, subscribing to the content we do on this channel. And maybe Rabama will be out later. Maybe there's going to be a Spec Matrix. I can't guarantee things. We'll have to see how the night goes. Because, again, I got a sick kid I gotta worry about here, too. So I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching the show. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week. And thank you again to the greatest live chat on YouTube. Peace out.